Up next on the Tesla Plaid channel.
Here we go, Tesla battle. This is the future.
We're out at Orlando Speed World, and this is the Take It to the Track event, sponsored by the local sheriff's department, and we have Sheriff Lopez. Sheriff, would you like to tell us a little about the event?
Yes, this is Take It to the Track is where we need to be racing. You know, we've had a lot of fatalities in the roadways in Florida, you know, and this is where the responsible people go to make sure that you're not putting anybody in harm. You pay a small fee here to race, and you have a good time, and you meet other people that are fanatics just like you that like to race. And a lot of these cars are just regular cars. They're not even hooked up. I had a couple of my cars run, and it's good fun. Everybody should be here if you live in Central Florida. We're gonna do this 4 weeks in a row. I have my car out here next week, but it's good, family-oriented type event.
And just 20 bucks to run all night. You can't beat that. So we're having a great time out here. This is the first Thursday they've done it. We got a good turnout tonight. And I think that it's even going to be better the next couple of weeks as more people hear about it. So bring your best car out here, bring a helmet, and have a great time. Thanks, Sheriff Lopez.
Thank you, appreciate it.
But you can see some of the local law enforcement cars here. I love this one. Used to be a drug dealer's car that was seized. It's a convertible Camaro. Got this sweet Charger, a couple of Chargers. I absolutely support local law enforcement. Encouraging everyone to race at your local drag strip and not on the street. I really support this kind of event. So this event tonight is targeted at street cars, you know, get the cars off the street into the drag strip. The big tire cars already know that, of course. You don't see many big tire cars out racing on the street. So we just have streetcar lanes running so far. They are going to do some roll racing as well. So we plan to do both drag racing and roll racing tonight. Looking for interesting cars. This one's from the Slow Car Club, so maybe not that one, but we do see this S8. Doesn't have much of a tire. I love that. Most likely to succeed. Right on. The General. Looking good. Takes a bit longer to get into this getup. All right, first run tonight is an Audi S8. I'm not expecting him to give me a lot of trouble, but it looks like it's one of the faster cars here. So far, anyway. In fact, I'm not sure I see a 10-second car here. Everything's 11 and up, much less anything running in the 9s. But we're drag strip peak performance ready. We're going to go for a good time on this pass. We came in with 98% like we did last time, and after warming up we're down to 97% right now.
Right here.
All right, we got to find the best way to get around the water. Ooh, they have a different tree tonight. That's interesting.
Coming up trying to say at the Christmas tree. It does not work like that. He's trying to get a big old gap against the Tesla Platinum S coming up on the tire side. He's like, I know this Tesla's about to gap me really, really bad, so I'm going to try to get all the advantage I can.
All right, this Audi has never staged before.
Let's see if the Tesla's give him a little bit of a hit here. That's the Audi.
So oh, okay, I see the way this tree works now. This is going to be really tough to get into. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to move, and I didn't get all the way staged, but I got 148.60 foot, so this is a good pass here. Move, and I didn't get all the way staged, but I got 148.60 foot, so this is a good pass here. No turkeys out here tonight. That's good. Well, not crossing the track anyway. Yeah, I wasn't expecting too much from the Audi, but always better to have a car in the lane next to me than not. I'm hoping for a good number here. Hi there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We ran a 9279 at 151.46, more mile an hour than any pass we had last time we were here. The Audi was in the 11s as expected, 11.7 at 117.2. I gave him almost a second head start and then still crossed the finish line 1.6 seconds ahead of it. I could have spared another second to get deeper into launch mode, but when I give cars too big of a head start, then I hearing about it afterwards.
Okay.
I can go to roll race, right?
Yeah, you can do both.
Okay.
3 and 4.
Thanks, man.
All right.
And we're still at peak performance ready. We're now at 94%. So we used 3% on that pass as expected. And now we're going to run a roll race pass, which should give us more mile an hour than that 151. And then we'll go back and make a drag race pass for our third time down the track. And that'll give us our best chance of running something under the 926 that we ran last time we were here. This M4's got a lot of rubber under it. Hopefully it's tuned. All right, we got a roll race run here. Unfortunately, we don't have the right... Whoa, I'm in the wrong freaking gear. Inching up. That would have been really embarrassing to punch it in reverse. I saw a guy do that at the tree out of Bradenton a few weeks ago. That was not funny. Okay, it was really funny, but it was not cool. Could be a few minutes before we run again, so I'm taking it out of drag strip mode. Thank you. So we ran a 8.5 at 151.2. And the BMW ran a 10.6 at 122.4. All right, back to drag racing. Let's make a drag race pass. I almost started in reverse there. You see that stupidity?
You did too?
I did too.
I was like, shit, what the f?
I did, but only for a second, then I switched it. I didn't realize you did as well, so that's why we're both a little held on.
Keep up with the traffic, the flow of traffic. You too. This isn't the bull lane. This is we got a bull lane, all right? No.
Are we dragging again already?
We're dragging again already.
All right, cool. We got to drag. All right, there's less water on the track, thankfully. But we left it out for too long, and now it says it's still 2 minutes for peak performance. I'm going to drop the front end a little bit further this time. Here we go. Oh, wow, look at those. Here we go. Oh wow, look at this. Acceleration. 150, 160 foot entry though. A lot of speed on that pass. Still 2 minutes remaining for peak performance. We didn't time it very well, and 89% now after 3 passes. Sorry, 88% now. It just went from 89 to 88. We used 9% on 3 passes, 2 drag passes and 1 roll race.
Not bad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
931 at 151.34. All the full out passes in this car, with a full charge anyway, have been in the 9.2s. So we're down to 88%. We'll make another... They're doing roll race next, and then we'll come back to drag race. So I think our chance at running a lower 9.2 is behind us. All right, we've had like no breaks between these runs. Right? Oh. 30 or 40, right?
Yeah.
30, 40 in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. He was offering me a chance to stage up launch control. If I stage launch control right here, I'm doing a whole lot more than 30 or 40 miles an hour when I cross that tree. So I'd probably be doing 60 already by that time. So I got to stick to the rules here. We're at peak performance ready. I am going to goose it a little bit sooner this time. I don't want to spin there, but I want to cross that start line, you know, at the maximum that I can be going, which would be 40 and hit it right at that. We're not going to be seeing very much of the, looks like a Kia Stinger in the lane next to us. Okay, I want to cross that right around 40. Is making, what do we got, 4 passes already inside of 30 minutes. That's I'm not sure at what point brake fade becomes an issue, but I don't want to find out. I don't want to put that to the test, so I'm hoping I can get a few minutes. Maybe they'll do a track prep or something before I make the next pass. Because brake fade isn't going to be an issue typically on the 8th mile, but I was doing 157 when I got on the brakes there. Probably not 157 at the traps, but 157 on the speedometer.
You got in the 8s?
Did I? Thank you.
You're welcome.
8.2 second quarter mile. So from the starting line to the finish line, that's what 8 seconds feels like. Although without the launch from zero, of course. Roll racing, I ran a 152.26. That's our fastest mile an hour of this night. And the 8.25 is more than a full second better than our best quarter mile from a dig. I'm really hoping they re-prep the track because I don't want to make a 5th pass right back to back so quickly. I don't know if I'm the only one hoping these Sheriff's Chargers will do 150 miles an hour out here, but I'm thinking it's not likely. All right, place your bets. I'm thinking about 115 to 120 miles an hour.
And here they come. Get ready. Go! Y'all know how to do it.
All right, here we go. I think I'm going for it. No time. Oh man, I want to see those numbers. They ran them no time, so we don't know the numbers.
And that's always fun right there. No time, no time. We don't want to show the real speeds of those cars. I think I can take you with the Mini though. That little smart car, I think I can take them.
Funny. All right, we still haven't found a 10-second car out here, much less a 9-second car. But we're having fun. In case you think I'm hiding any big tire cars behind me, you know they're always in lanes 1 and 2. There is no one here for lanes 1 and 2 tonight. 3 and 4 are roll racing. We're up there in the front.
Me too.
It's fun, man. Sorry.
He wants you to race him.
Okay, which lane is he taking?
He took right, so you got left.
Okay, cool. All right, apparently we're racing a motorcycle. That's a Kawasaki ZX14 1352cc. Extended swing arm, ported polished heads, and a tune on it. That is not usual. But they make the rules, and if they say that's cool, then that's what we're doing. Give us a signal already. Did I punch early?
What kind of motor do you have in that? A regular motor?
It's just electric motors.
How the hell did you beat them?
This car is fast. I might have hit it a little bit early. I might owe him an apology. Because we were roll racing and I think before I crossed the line, but I'll find out. Well, it was a fun run against the motorcycle. Wow, really close. Look at this time slip. I think it might have just come down to how we left there. He ran an 8167, I ran an 8148. I ran 152.71, and he ran 153.35. I haven't met him before. He had proposed the race to the track management, and I said, okay. Fun race. It's the first time I've ever gone down the track with a motorcycle next to me, and he was right there.
All right, here we go, roll racing. That's the Tesla pack. Coming back out on the tower side. Going against the Mustang.
All right, here we go. All right. Man, that Mustang's way back there. Time to cool the brakes down since that fifth run. So we were at 82% when we started that race, down at 80% now. So we've used about 18%. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
So 6 runs have used 18%, or 3% each as usual. We ran 152.37 miles an hour and 8.22 from the start line to the finish line. The Mustang in the next lane ran 121 miles an hour. Let's see if anyone really fast has shown up. We wanted to run the motorcycle again, the Kawasaki, but the track crew said they weren't sure it was within the rules for tonight, and we certainly didn't come out here to break any rules. So Nick's white Plaid, and you can see he's got the aero covers on it. All right, we're racing another Plaid here. Nick, in his white Plaid with 19-inch wheels, he's got the covers on his wheels. He said he's around 89–90%, I think. I didn't take a look, but we're at 79%. We're going to take it up to drag strip, peak performance ready, but we're not going to try to use the launch control. We're going to take it off the tree.
Motorcycle rolled up. Here we go. Tesla battle. This is the future of drag racing. Got the 2 battery-powered Teslas on the line.
All right, a little Plaid on Plaid crime.
Yes, both of them on the Plaid. I know the tower side's already been the 9.2. Let's see if the right side can match them up. This ought to be a good little run right here. Who you got?
Just barely tripping it. All right, we're going to go off the light. I think you might have gone too far forward. All right, we need a reaction here. Here we go. Frick, I red lit. Darn it. Well, look at the ECs anyway. Red lit. Darn it. Well, look at the ECs anyway. I don't know why I cut it that close. I don't think I needed to cut it that close. That was my own fault. I find that I usually see the light a little better from the right lane. So I should have probably asked for the right lane. I don't think he had a preference either way, but no excuses. I blew it and he wins that round, but hopefully we can do a couple more. I didn't need to red light on that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I didn't red light by much. An 01 red light, and he had a 0.4 reaction. I ran a 939 at 149.9, and he ran a 943 at 151.4. His 60 foot was significantly behind, but it came back on the top end, and he had 1.5 miles an hour more at the finish line. So interesting run, and we need to do that again. Yeah, it's properly staged. I red lit fair and square. So you took the first round.
Yeah.
But interesting, if you look at the ticket,
Yeah.
I was a little quicker on the ET, just a tiny bit, which surprised me because you got a little more battery power.
Yeah.
But you had more mile an hour.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
there's a theory that the aero covers will give more mile an hour.
Interesting.
Whether that's it or not.
Hey, we're testing it tonight.
We are.
Yeah.
You're 1.5 miles an hour faster at the finish line.
Interesting.
Even though your ET was, I think it was 0.04 of a second behind me. 3.9 to a 4.3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know why I cut it that close. I mean, you left me a little bit to spare there on the
Oh,
three,
yeah, no
so-
worries. 83% now.
Okay, 83.
Yeah.
And we'll combine, I think I'm 75. Was his 1.5 miles an hour faster solely due to his wheel covers? One pass is not exactly a scientific sample size enough to be sure, but we'll make another pass, maybe two, and see how it compares. So I'm at 76% after that pass.
Are you gonna line up again?
Yeah, let's run it back, and then, you know, if we get a chance, maybe even 2 out of 3.
Deal. Yeah,
Because there aren't any 10-second cars out here tonight, much less 9-second cars.
fair enough.
All right, we're going to run Nick in the white Plaid again, and there was no reason for me to red light that stupid .01 red light on the last run, but that's drag racing, and the first round went to Nick. But I think I can do a better light this time and not blow it on the tree. All right, drag strip mode, peak performance ready. We are not going to try to stage it up with launch control. We're rather going to try to cut a decent light, not too close. Here we go. Now, and we're out on him. He's right there, of course. I got a little better 60 foot, 150, 153. He's come a little bit. Right there, of course. I got a little better 60 foot, 150, 153. He's come a little bit. He started with 7% more battery charge than I've got. Maybe I was at 76, and he was at 83% charge. So he had a little more charge than I did. I'm at 73 now. So I took round 2 there. It was a clean light for both of us, but the ticket will tell the story. Hi there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I ran a 941 to his 9416. So 6 thousandths of a second was all that separated us. And once again, he had 1.5 miles an hour more than I did. But he also had 7% more charge. So to do a more scientific comparison on whether the wheel covers are the difference, we'd have to really compare at the same charge. So I could look back at my previous tickets, but that was really close on the ET. I finished 0.26 ahead of him, so that would be more like 2 car lengths, quarter of a second there, thanks to the difference in reaction time, 0.15 to 0.41. Really the only difference between the cars on that run was the reaction time, since we were only 6 thousandths of a second difference on our ETs. But interesting that his car is 60 footing a little slower and then catching up at the top end. So you see the ETs on that ticket?
Yeah. I have to get much better.
No, just the ETs.
Yeah, they said RT, sorry. No, where are we at? Oh, yeah. When I rolled through, she said that was a close race. I said, hell yeah, it was.
6 thousandths of a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9410 to 9416.
Yeah.
Crazy. And yet you had a 1.5 hour again.
I know, that's why.
Could be this covers.
Could be.
Could be. I mean, for as close as the ETs were,
Yeah.
and then a 1.5 miles difference in the mile an hour. Look at that.
Literally a 1.5 mile difference, yeah.
Which is the same as it was the previous one.
Exactly right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare these to my time slips from earlier tonight when I had the same battery charge. Because I mean, you're consistently 7% and you're still 7%.
Yep.
Unless you make a roll race soon. Well, I don't make a roll race, that'll make us even closer on charge.
Okay, you want to do a roll race and then we try to line up for a third one?
Yeah, we'll absolutely line up for a third one. So Nick's going to run a roll race. That'll take 3% out of his car. And instead of being 7% higher than my Plaid, he'll be about 4% higher. All right, Nick's at 77% charge on this run. I'm at 73, so we're a little closer than our two previous passes. We're 1-1 in our series. We've each won one race. I think I had the better ET on both passes, but I read that on that first race, losing that race, of course. All right, we're at peak performance ready, 73% charge. I'm expecting a 9.4 second run on this and not quite 150 miles an hour. We're switching lanes for this run. If there's any variability between the lanes, we want to take that out. All right, peak performance ready, 73% battery charge. We're avoiding the water box. All right, he's half staged and I'm staged. Here we go. Now, an 0.3 reaction, wow.
See it nodding.
An 0.3 reaction, wow. All right, we took 2 out of 3 against the other Plaid, even though he had 7% more on the first 2 passes and 4% more on this pass. Remember, he did a roll race in between our second and third race, which took 3% out of his battery, so instead of being 7% higher, he was only 4% higher on this pass. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So on that run, I really cut a light. My goodness, I almost red lit again. A double 0.3 reaction to his 0.4. The finish line margin was 0.6. What's interesting on that pass is that I ran a 9.41, which is about what I expected to run, and he ran a 9.58. I'm not sure why he ran that much slower. He had a little more mile an hour again, but instead of having 1.5 mile an hour, he only had half of a mile an hour on that pass. I didn't leave you anything on that tree at all.
No, you nailed it.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't. Oh my God, literally nothing. Yeah. Well, it's fat 3. I mean, you could get down there, what, another 2/1000? Yeah.
I shouldn't have cut it that close after red lighting on our first race. That was actually not a smart move on my part.
Hey, but it worked out.
It did. Yeah. But I had a little margin at the end, so I didn't need to cut it that
Yeah,
close.
no, you nailed it. That's awesome.
So
I'll get better at timing stuff like that. That's
I mean, generally speaking, my goal is to assess the whole situation and cut the light only as close as I think I need to cut it.
so you try to go like 5/1000s, not 3/1000s.
If the car next to me, if I know it to be slower, or if I know the driver to be a little green,
Yeah.
then I don't typically cut it. You know, I'll try to do a 10th.
Fair.
You know,
Yeah.
anything like a 10th or slightly better than a 10th is my goal.
Fair.
But I don't know why I did that double.
Hey, well, that all worked out.
The mile an hour, you were only half a mile an hour faster instead of 1.5.
Yep.
And I'm surprised that your ET was only 9.58.
Yeah.
So you were peak performance ready.
Yes. I didn't, when I was at the line, I went to go hit the brake and the gas. I got off the brake and the car started to rise back up. So I went normal, but I don't know if that impacted anything.
Well, I mean, on your 60 foot, maybe a little bit, but it's not going to impact anything after 60
No,
feet.
exactly right.
So that's only 0.07 of a second at that point,
Yeah.
and yet you were almost 0.2 behind.
Yeah.
At the finish. So I'm just, you know, it wasn't battery.
It's got to be either the arrow from the GoPros or my panel gaps.
I got 2 cameras on mine, and yours are at least one behind the other.
True,
so,
the slipstream.
So they're only seeing me.
Oh, that's funny.
Just anomalies.
Totally.
I mean, if you slip the tires a little bit, your 60 foot would typically be over 1.6. You're still 1.57. That's a good, decent 60 foot.
PSI on your tires? I don't know what I'm running.
Well, you can look on your screen.
Yeah. The same as
I run them at 42, pretty much spot on. You know where it's at on the service menu?
I think if I go here, then 43 up front, 45 in the back.
A little bit more in the back.
Yeah.
But that should actually help your
up
mile
top,
an hour.
right?
You know, that might explain the 1.5 mile an hour as much as the arrow
As
covers.
the arrow covers, yeah. That's nice look.
I mean, that's a solid 3 PSI in the back more. I rolled in 43 in the front, 42 in the back.
Gotcha. But I saw the other day in an 8th you ran into the 5s, right?
A 599.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
We're in the 60s here in the 8s, but that was awesome.
Once and once only. That was
Yeah.
tough. All right, we haven't been able to find another competitive car, not even a 10-second car, much less a 9-second car. So we're gonna run the other Plaid again. We took the first 2 out of 3, and we just said, there we go, drag strip mode ready. Just came ready now. All right, I think we got some stick here on the track. Now. My 60-foot 148 is 162.
You're welcome.
I ran faster than the previous ET of 940 at 148.5, and he ran a 960 at 149.9. So he's back to 1.5 miles an hour more than me. But remember, he does have 4% more battery charge. So I think that's going to be our last run tonight. Let's look at the slip with Nick, and then we'll head out. 1.5 mile an hour more than me.
First thing I noticed.
Exactly.
Yeah. I thought to myself, wow, okay, is it the arrows or the PSI? We'll figure it out.
Or the 4% more battery charge.
True.
Again, I got to compare that. But I'm surprised your ET is still a little bit down.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually faster than the previous one, right? We're at a 941, I think.
Yep.
Now 940.
I know.
So
It's
my
interesting.
car is performing. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I've got to put all the numbers side by side, especially charge for charge, to kind of offset it.
Roger.
So yeah, great
Interesting.
runs, man.
And
4
I'm
good
thinking
runs.
we're probably pretty close in weight. I'm like a $1.60 soaking wet, so.
You're a buck 60.
$1.60 soaking wet.
Okay, I'm 195.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm married, and
Understood.
my wife is a great cook.
Oh, fair. Well, that's an advantage. That's not a bad
So
thing.
all things, we'll see you here Thursday for sure. I'll be
Awesome,
here
I
again.
appreciate it. Thank
All right,
you,
Nick, see you, man.
Ciao.
I'll be out here again in the next 3 weeks. They're doing 4 of these Thursdays in a row. This is the first one. So the next 3 Thursdays, I'll be out here. You have a fast car, you want to run the Tesla, come on out.